Alrighty, guys, we are back. It's your boy EQ. And honestly, it has been a wild past few days. Those that have been supporting over the last few months would probably know that I live in LA. As most of you guys have seen, it has been a scary past few days. I actually live 20 minutes away from one of the big fires and actually just regained power, which is why I haven't been posting over the last 3 days. I even have what many of my friends are calling a true LA experience, with me getting my catalytic converter stolen while the fires were raging on because we had no power. So it's been very crazy to say the least. But we are back, and up next we have SCHULZ speaking on Drake taking shots at LeBron James, and if LeBron James was fake by supporting Kendrick Lamar over him. LeBron James has openly supported Drake and Kendrick Lamar throughout their careers, and I honestly don't think LeBron James meant anything but liking the song other than he liked the record. To me, I just felt that the best music obviously won, and the culture spoke on that. He connected to the Kendrick records more than the Drake records. I still think he bumped both, but Drake has definitely been doing an amazing job at alienating himself from everyone, which is very passive-aggressive, very sassy fighting Irish freestyle. And people want to question LeBron's loyalty, which has definitely been a topic of conversation over the years. Well, let's not forget Drake is the same person that slept with Lil Wayne's girlfriend while in prison, but loyalty really hasn't been his strong suit either. And no, Drake, getting Wheezy tattooed on yourself is not going to make things better. And honestly, would it surprise you if Drake actually slid in Savannah's DMs, since that's allegedly been a pattern? If what people say about him are true, I feel like that's what he uses to have something over these people, which has definitely put him in the position where he is right now in his career, where no one is really coming out to your defense at all. And at the end of the day, these guys are industry friends. So Drake demanding loyalty is honestly super weird, but he's definitely proven to be overly sensitive in the past and continuing to do so. But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the video where we have SCHULZ speaking on Drake taking shots at LeBron James and if LeBron James was fake by supporting Kendrick Lamar over him. I don't really think it's that deep, guys. I think he just really liked that record. And LeBron James really does fancy himself to be some type of hip-hop historian. It was almost a guarantee that he was going to be at the Pop-Out show.
That's your brain.
Drake puts out the diss to LeBron, seemingly.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
One, it seems to have leaked.
Oh, he didn't leak it himself?
No, it wasn't his account that posted it.
Do you think it was like an organized leak?
Knowing him, it could be, because he's done.
Most of the time when stuff like this happens, the artist is fully aware. They just do it to have some type of plausible deniability. So if there is backlash, you could hide behind the fact that, yeah, man, I didn't do it. Somebody else did it. But the fact is, these producers aren't going to leak it, knowing that it could destroy their working relationship.
On that in the past, but at the same time, it's like he wasn't exactly catching the beat the whole time, and he's like just reading off of his phone. It seemed like he was like, hey, I just wrote this verse. I'm going to send it to somebody to check it out and tell me what you think about it. Like, that's what it seemed like, because in the video, he's just like, oh, you know, like it looked like, okay, ready, go. That type of shit.
I mean, that's a smart way to put it out, because if people don't fuck with it, then you get to be like, I didn't even put that shit out. Y'all, we're not even done with it. And if it blows up, it's basically like creating the lowest expectations so you can over deliver.
Yeah.
You're checking the temperature, and if it went well, you would probably release it on your platform and make it an official release.
Interesting. Keep going.
Yeah. And yeah, like to take shots at Braun, it's, I don't know. Like, you have him tatted on you. Yeah. Best friends
Super
for mad
cringy.
long. You pretty much there.
I wouldn't say best friends. At the very most, these guys are industry friends. I feel like we get it confused because we constantly see Drake courtside trying to get his jersey signed. And with the dynamic they had during their interview, it didn't feel like a brotherly interaction or like a peer-to-peer. It almost felt like a father-son moment, especially with the way LeBron was talking to him, sunning him, and Drake saying he would never let him down. So this relationship is definitely very one-sided. I feel like LeBron James really doesn't care either way how the situation goes. If it is true that he was trying to call up Drake to like try to clear this up, and Drake just totally ignored him, I think that was just him being the bigger person, and Drake just is showing how much of a passive-aggressive, sassy dude he is. Because I feel like to throw a record like that out, it's definitely not a great look to run and hide when the person you're directing it at goes to try to confront you about it. It definitely just comes off as very, very soft.
Careers were coming up around the same time, and they both were #1 for the longest. And so it's not clear disses. It's hard to really say that this is a Braun diss.
Okay, let's assume it is.
Okay.
Just because the name is of the song,
Irish.
they said Fighting Irish. But then again, if he doesn't name the song, how do we know what it is? It's shrouded in enough mystery where I feel like Drake can protect his relationship if he wants. But it seems like there's some maybe bars thrown in that direction. I think it's a smart strategic move. Like, all right, well, let's get away from this Kendrick thing. We'll go towards an even bigger figure, which.
But the thing is, it's still directly connected to the whole Kendrick Lamar situation. But if you're going to be mad at LeBron James, you're going to be mad at like 85% of the league because everyone was vibing to that record. So you can't even say that he's trying to get away from the beef when he's speaking on things directly tied to Kendrick Lamar.
Which is LeBron. And low key, I think there's sympathy. Yeah. Like, I felt sympathetic because if that's your boy, you got his fucking jersey tatted on your arm, your homies forever.
He's just a fan. Honestly, to me, that's just a super fan move. I mean, the dude has Denzel tatted on him, as well as Wayne and Aaliyah and a bunch of other very cringy tattoos. I really don't think that LeBron James looks at Drake like a best friend. Like I said in the beginning, they're industry friends. They're more associates than anything. When they're at parties, they obviously converse. And I think the fact that Drake is always at these NBA games, front court and center, interacting with LeBron, is giving people like the sense narrative that they're actually friends, when I really don't think that's the case.
And he shows up to this other guy who, I don't even know if you're close to him like that.
No.
He shows up to the show, he's rapping all the words, he's co-signing the fuck out of it.
The fact that Drake is so public with everything is the only reason why people assume that LeBron is closer to Drake. The fact is, Kendrick Lamar is obviously very, very private. He's not outside like Drake at every single NBA game. So you're not going to see these constant video clips of them hugging at center court. So they're making some major, major assumptions on these relationships, which I don't really think are correct.
I'd probably feel hurt. Yeah. I'd probably feel like one of my friends let me down.
It's more justified than all the other shit.
Yeah. And also, if he is alleging certain things, it's like, yo, we did work together. We did fuck shit. Like, and you're out here. Why are you acting like I don't know things? Like, it does seem, like, if they're as close as the media has portrayed it, and maybe they have even portrayed it.
They have portrayed it. I mean, look at his fucking arm. Dude.
Exactly. If they're that close and you were doing that.
That's just, honestly, that's very, very super cringe behavior. I'm almost certainly sure that LeBron even thinks that it's a little weird. Just like Lil Wayne probably thinks it's a little weird. This guy seems to have a weird way of trying to make things better by getting somebody's face plastered on yourself. It almost feels like one of those things like a stalker would do for their favorite celebrity. And with him having that tattoo and acting the way he's been acting lately, it's definitely like a very bitter ex.
To my op, I would feel away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I think he's justified.
Is his best received, seems like his most well-received song since the battle.
Yeah.
This is the one that people are like, oh, maybe he's
I would
back
agree there.
to rapping, whatever. I do think the way LeBron distanced himself, something happened. Because when Drake lost, and I brought this up on the call, when Drake lost the Pusha T battle, LeBron brought him on the shop, did like a whole PR piece, essentially.
So he's
like a
working
20-minute, you're my man, you can't possibly disappoint me, protect.
LeBron James literally talked to Drake like he was his child, and then went on to tell Drake what exactly he told him over the phone, that he would never be able to let him down. Obviously something that doesn't sound like a peer-to-peer interaction. It almost seems like a father-son. So he's been sunning him from the start. And like I keep saying, man, these are industry friends. They're associates. The only thing they really share in common is the fact that they are at the top of their fields. But I don't think LeBron James is losing any sleep about not having a friendship with Drake.
Protect your peace, blah, blah, blah. I got you. I'm holding you down. Now this battle, LeBron is kind of making it a point to let you know whose side he's on. So if something happened, I don't know what it was, but I don't think it was just LeBron switching up.
Because wasn't Drake pulling up to Bronny's games when he was in high school?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but that's fan behavior too.
Like, that doesn't really help Drake. I feel like if anything, that helps build the stock of Bronny.
Yeah.
So you invest.
It's not just that. You're not going to Bronny just because he's Bronny. You're going there because you want to show some love to LeBron. If Bronny had any other last name, Drake would not be there. He's going there for the relationship he wants to cultivate with LeBron, which obviously LeBron doesn't hold to the same regard.
That's in the family, and then all LeBron has to do is not go to the concert. Yeah, it's a very easy thing to not go to.
Oh no, he's rapping the words like that. He's going to the concert. He's with Steph Curry. Steph at the Olympics is like, they're playing the song, not like us. And Steph is like, I'm so sick of this song. Is it the only fucking song in the world? And LeBron is like, I love it. I think LeBron is making it a point to let everybody know he's not riding for this guy anymore.
Akash, I think that statement is erroneous. The record was the hottest song of the year. I think LeBron James obviously genuinely liked the song. And it's something that I feel like a lot of athletes would kind of relate to, like not like us. I feel like that'd be a huge theme, which is why they're playing it at pep rallies and halftime shows. And like I keep saying, LeBron likes to see himself as some type of hip hop historian. And to not go to probably one of the most historic shows in LA, which is the city you're the star player for, are things that should have guaranteed that he was going to be there. And with the people there incognito, I'm pretty sure Drake would be very disappointed if the ticket buyers were actually released and he saw a bunch of the people he considered friends to be there. Because at the end of the day, like I said, that was a moment in hip-hop history. The energy in that arena was crazy, and LeBron James is a hip-hop fan.
So why is that?
That's what I think some happen.
Because I don't see LeBron as like a flippant guy.
Yeah.
He's someone that knows the power
He likes
of teamwork
what he likes.
And people,
and reputation of relationships.
all of LeBron's old teammates seem, not all, most of them seem to really still like him.
He's
still be cool
beloved
with
and
him.
respected.
Yeah.
There's people
Kevin
that,
Love still gasses him, loves him, like he's incredible.
Even
Yeah.
guys that don't play on his team, like they'll defend him with this fervor.
Yeah.
You know, like, nah, he's the go, how dare
That does speak to his character, which definitely begs the question, why isn't anybody doing this for Drake? Why isn't anybody coming to his defense? Obviously, it seems like a lot of people are sick of some of the stuff he's been doing, and now that he's lost some luster, obviously they don't feel the need to pretend that they like him anymore.
you talk about him? Like, you saying LeBron's not as good as this guy, he's the best still in the league. I think it was Kevin Garnett went on like a spirited tirade defending LeBron.
And they were rivals.
Yeah.
They were heated rivals.
Maybe it's a business deal.
This one's hard. This one's hard because that battle was just such a fun thing for everybody in rap.
Yeah.
And it was like, even if I'm a Drake fan and I still was loving some of Kendrick's songs. Like, so it's like you get swept up in that whole shit. Plus he's Mr. LA. You're Mr. Lakers, Showtime.
Yeah.
You're in the city.
So-
you're in it.
People don't, we're outside.
Yeah,
If you're in
was
LA during that time
crazy.
and everybody is just riding super high, the whole city is congested.
I feel like that point should be super, super obvious too. For that point to just have dawned on them is honestly crazy.
Around this one dude.
Yeah, you want to be at the concert, the biggest
Yeah,
concert
you
of
have
fucking
to be
the
there.
year.
But what has he done in support of Drake since? Again, think about, dog, this, what is it, Adidon, Story of Adidon?
Yeah.
When that came out, that was insane to us. We had never seen any shit like that.
Yeah.
You are hiding a child. That was crazy. And he made it, at the time, we all felt like, oh, Drake wasn't saving his son and protecting his son. He's hiding this child. He's ashamed of this child. LeBron brings him on. Let me help you out. I got you. Let's flip this whole thing. He hasn't done anything for Drake, it seems.
But I mean, what is...
Drake really hasn't done anything that you could really defend. For as much damage that Kendrick did, it's crazy that Drake has seemed to do even more. And with the way he's torpedoed his brand and reputation, why would LeBron want to be anywhere near Drake right now?
What can he do? It's like, he
Sons,
can be like,
rap
yo,
along to Family Matters.
Or
He'll put up videos of himself rapping, or don't go to the pop out.
Sometimes not going is, or not being part of something, not supporting something is the greatest support for the opposition.
I think that's what 21 did. Like, they asked him, like, you're from Atlanta and you work with Drake. Like, what do you think of this whole beef? And I think he was just like, yo, I make music. I'm just enjoying it. I just make music.
Yeah.
Like, he basically just kind of stepped out, from my knowledge. So, like, LeBron could have done the same thing. And it seems like he had a reason.
You brought it up.
But I think that looks just as bad. I would say from the outside looking in, 21 and Drake have a way closer relationship than Drake and LeBron. I don't see why people aren't looking at 21 the same way for not coming to his defense at all. To me, 21 just had some common sense and knew this was not the hill to die on. And honestly, he probably saw the writing on the wall. But LeBron James should not be the first person that Drake looks at as abandoning him.
And I didn't actually think as much of it at the time, but when he was rapping all the words like that at the game, you were like, LeBron never knows the words.
Yeah.
That's like the word. And I didn't think about it at the time. I just thought, nah, he's whatever. He just likes a song, because I didn't understand, I guess, the weight of what was coming.
Yeah.
But even at that point, he's making everybody know, making sure everybody knows, I know this fucking song.
But I think that's mainly due to the fact that when LeBron James posts up a story with a record, you probably heard that record for the first time right there and is trying to pretend that he's known about it since the start. Sort of in the same vein as him saying that he's reading all these books, but every time you see the books, the bookmarks are in the same spot. Or worse yet, the books are upside down and he's pretending to read.
I got all the words right on this. And then it just
He
kept
liked
going.
that record.
And this is one of those peculiar things, because I could see where there are other musicians that aren't as popular as Drake. They want to see the top guy fall. It's a very natural human instinct. There's a person who's got the crown, and you want to see that crown get knocked off. And then after it gets knocked off, you're like, okay, man, put the crown back on. But everybody wants to see someone bleed. That 300 scene, you know, where the Persian guy gets that little cut. And it's like, okay, we just want to see that it's possible.
Yeah.
So I understand that from definitely other musicians, and just like kind of maybe fans of music, definitely Kendrick fans, even West Coast fans, and maybe there's probably some Drake haters, right? I get that. But LeBron is bigger than Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, at least in my estimation.
Globally, yeah.
I would say he's a big. So now I know it gets tricky because music travels in a different way than basketball, but LeBron is more wealthy than Drake. You could argue more powerful than Drake.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason to be envious of Drake and wanting to see the crown fall off. I could see that from people beneath him. When you're beneath somebody, you want to see somebody go down. That's a pretty normal human instinct. But when you're above somebody, you shouldn't have that same feeling. Like anybody who I had beef with coming up in comedy, once I like passed them, my like animosity towards them melted away. Like even if you treat.
The thing is, as far as LeBron, I really do feel that if he really felt that Drake had the better records, he would be bumping that nonstop. But obviously he did not feel that way. We saw him at his birthday vibing out to Kendrick Lamar, and it's really because he really connects to those lyrics. I feel like he genuinely loves those records. LeBron is in a totally different space in his life than Drake. Drake has been a lifelong bachelor while LeBron has a family, a wife, and kids, and he chooses to value that. So is it really that shocking that he's relating now more to Kendrick Lamar music than Drake? It really isn't as deep as people are trying to make it out to be.
Treated me like shit on the way up. Like once I got past it, I was like, all right, whatever. You're a bitter guy, but it's fine. I can't fathom why.
And I think we would have to just ask Bron, because it's like, imagine if he's just looking at it like, yo, this is sport and I enjoyed the battle. So now he's not looking at it like I'm slighting the other guy. I'm just enjoying.
I thought about that. There's one little issue about this. The whole song is calling your man a pedophile. So now you look at two things. It's like, if he's a pedophile, why were you kicking with him the whole time?
Oh.
I mean,
no, I don't think he's a.
Anytime you really see these guys, they're at industry events or completely staged interviews. So you can't really infer that they're friends based on just that. Just because they happen to go to the same party together and fraternize for a little bit and take some pictures doesn't mean they're best of homies. Even though I feel like Drake would love to be best friends with LeBron, I really don't think LeBron cares too much. But let's not act like Drake wasn't throwing his own narratives around as well. He was claiming Kendrick was committing DV. So let's not act like Drake was a saint. That would definitely be very, very hypocritical.
Pedophile, of course. But it's different than like, fuck you, I'm a better rapper than you. Fuck you, you're fat, or you get your abs done, or what, the other shit.
Yeah.
The pedophile thing is different. And just reinforcing and supporting that narrative in any way feels a little bit separate than sport.
Doug, I made it known I'm a big Kendrick fan. I love the battle. He took a sub at SCHULZ. I'm not going to the concert. It's just not happening.
We can't go to a Kendrick concert.
I mean, we're going to go together.
Yeah, man, I feel like these guys are making major assumptions by saying that Drake and LeBron James are like best friends. I really do not think that is the case at all. I really do think it is just industry friends. And for a guy that literally has a song about not having friends in the industry, it's definitely so surprising that he's demanding loyalty from this guy. Very, very sensitive, and the way he's handling all this is just further displaying the type of guy he is. It's super passive aggressive. I feel like if you do address somebody and they contact you, you should pick up the phone if you're going to have that type of energy. Kind of looks very, very soft that you're trying to ignore the calls and this was some type of message you're trying to send. Well, you could talk to the dude directly and tell him what's up. If you really feel this way, man, you shouldn't hide when he comes to confront you. And also them saying that Kendrick Lamar and LeBron James have no relationship is honestly a point they can't really even make. Kendrick Lamar is a very private guy, and I'm pretty sure these guys being in the same city have definitely had plenty of interactions. It's just that Kendrick Lamar isn't at every courtside seat, like I said earlier, trying to get his jersey signed or trying to get photo ops. At the end of the day, LeBron James just really enjoyed the music, as we all did. It wasn't just the West Coast that supported this. To have the #1 record, you can't just rely on having one city. The record was a global phenomenon. All you had to do was just load up any social media app to see how the culture reacted to it. And to think LeBron wasn't going to feel the same when he really does see himself as a very big hip-hop fan, and also as he likes to call himself a hip-hop historian. And even if he didn't hate you before, you acting this way is only going to further alienate yourself, and you're going to force him to feel some type of way about you. And who knows, the one point that sort of made some sense is maybe something happened behind the scenes. Maybe Drake slid in Savannah's DMs, which is something that allegedly is part of his MO. But you cannot say these guys are best of friends when we've only seen them in like scheduled interviews and at industry parties. It's obviously something you can't just claim because of that. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Drake and LeBron were ever best friends? I really don't think that ever was the case. Most interactions we've seen with them is definitely giving more father-son vibes, not peer-to-peer, not brother-to-brother, not friend-to-friend. It's definitely giving father and son. And if someone that's literally a year or two apart from me got my face tatted on him, I would definitely feel very weirded out. So who's to say that LeBron James doesn't feel really weirded out about the whole situation? So definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are freaking amazing. We smashed through 5,000 subs, and honestly, it's all thanks to you guys. So I really want to thank you guys so much for making this channel a part of your day. Honestly, without you guys, it wouldn't be where it's at. So I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all the love and support you guys continue to show on a daily. It is overwhelming. And honestly, it's one of the biggest factors in me making this video. So I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am. I'm definitely looking forward to what you guys have to say on the situation. So I hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. But I will say this. I don't think they were ever really best friends. I don't think that holds any water.